Hey, Jeanette. Get started here in just a minute or so. In just a minute or so. Hey, Mama Ortega, Jonas. We're back. Can you believe we're back here this quick? Seems like we just left. Now we got a pretty good bit of time to play this time with 7:14 right here where I'm at. So we got about a 2-hour head start compared to yesterday. Foxbid, yo yo. Amelia. You know, I pulled that up, but I don't know if I was looking at the one you wanted me to, because when I clicked on it, it kind of sent me to a bunch of Reddit posts. Did you send it to my SDN Wolf email? If you did, try to send me just your link to my DM me on Instagram, and I'll check it out on there, because I don't think I looked at the one you wanted me to look at. What do you guys think about this little ranger station? You know, this isn't too bad for us just going completely random yesterday. I didn't even know. We started off with this little roof piece, and then we kind of just organically kind of flowed into what this is. But one thing, I think I've got have some kind of solution here to solve my my weird roof kind of section that I put myself in. I was thinking with these ranger stations, one thing they'd probably have is a radio tower. They would have some kind of satellite, I think that would make sense. So I'm going to try to get some kind of radio tower going. Oh yeah, Twitter, send it to me on Twitter too. Or Twitter if you need to. So what I was thinking is, we've got these covers. If I can find it. Your little cat. That's okay. So where is this here? And we will get rolling. It's maybe a little too big though. Let's just try. We can do this piece by piece, but I just wanted to see if this piece would kind of work. Might be a good little, like a starting piece. Yeah, I think that would work. The wooden part's hidden. See how high I can go. That'll work. Hey, any idea to get me out of building a roof, I am all for. And then, of course, I was thinking we could use that one pan piece maybe too. Hey, Holly. Now you get to join us live for some shenanigans. What we're doing here, Holly, is trying to get me out of having to build a roof piece right here. So we're building like our makeshift radio tower that they would, that like the Rangers and stuff could, you know, radio out in the field to each other and all that. See, that didn't turn out into too bad of an idea. We can probably put a couple more little antennas on it here. We kind of want it to look a little janky, you know, because this would be almost like, you know, out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you know, kind of like that's what we're going for, an outback type of ranger station, you know. Yep, the more random you can throw at it, the better. Do not be afraid to mix pieces. Kind of maybe can use this to kind of hide the bottom part of the antenna, the guts and stuff back here. Yeah, Holly, me and roof pieces have never gotten along. I just cannot make it work. Mass Bandit is like, he's a master at roof pieces. The way that he figures out angles and what to do, that is somebody you need to watch if you're having trouble with roof pieces. Got a little bit of Z fighting right there. I know some of you are like, Z fighting irks you. This whole tower makes me feel a lot better than trying to do a roof here, I'll just tell you. Ah, yeah, wicks. Yep. Let's see what else I can do here. Let's back out of Australia. There's... see if there's any kind of little modern type electrical pieces. I got this off the workshop. I'll have to give a proper shout out. I don't remember who, just kind of off the top of my head. Okay, let me see who this was. This was... Mr. Gomez, yes. He's got a ton of useful pieces. Well, let's just take a look down through here. Can never have too much detail, I don't believe. Ah, yes. Heavy. Use that stuff heavy in Suyana as well. Alright, so now they should not have really any communication problems, you wouldn't think, would they? Oh man, Holly, wait until we get our hands back on what Carlos G has been doing. I don't know if you saw me mention that, but he has the park right now. Really, really big, realistic Bronation guy. It's gonna be, I mean, I can't wait to get my hands back on it. It's gonna be insane. He was sending me some screenshots of it, and yes, that's all I can say is it's gonna be incredible. Only thing I'm wondering about though is, should I have one more little border up here? Like, not necessarily a fence, but I feel like maybe I should have something up here to kind of separate the, kind of like just hide the bottom of the roof. Probably even use this little piece. Yep, rock work. You guys know me. I am not shy of some good rock work. You know, another thing about me that like roof pieces, I am not an interior guy. I cannot design a good interior to save my life. Probably the best interior I ever did was a couple months ago when I did that gift shop. But then I used some really awesome shelving pieces from the workshop, and somehow I made that come together. I'll show you all in a second if you haven't seen it. It's in Suyana as well. Allison said, me either. Yep, me and interiors do not get along. Yeah, me too, Allison. Like, this is what the inside of this is going to look like. This is all. We will close this up and you will never see that again here in a little bit. Let's see. I think I've got it in my blueprints. Where is it? Here it is. So this is about as far as I've ever taken an interior. Let me get all the long grass gone. I kind of wish it would default to short grass instead of long. I rarely ever leave the long. So this is kind of the interior I came up with for my little Suyana gift shop. So obviously here's where you would check out at. And these cabinets came off the workshop. But yeah, this probably was one of my better attempts. But, I don't think it would look like... I couldn't have made it look this good without these cabinets. They're just awesome. That person did a killer job. Oh, I need these. That was good timing. Need to dress this up a little bit with some little aircon units. There we go. Our little ranger station isn't turning out half bad, is it? But yeah, this was the Suyana gift shop. I kind of made myself do an interior on it. Get that kind of over here out of our way for now. Look at all my style is like totally the same. Little planters sidewalk, planters sidewalk. Some people are afraid of using workshop items, but if it looks as good as I could come up with, why not? It's saving lots of time. Oh, absolutely. I am not shy. To use workshop items. I mean, as long as you give the proper shout out and you don't have people like passing it off like I built those interior shelves. There's I don't see any problem with it. Just give the proper shout out. So what we probably need to do over here. I don't know why helicopter pad come into mind, but they would probably not have helicopters out here. We need to come up with another, probably some kind of another office space up there. At least something with a window. Maybe we'll do that in a minute. Let's get some stuff back here on this wall. See if I got any good props that can go up back here. African hanging cloth, that might work. Just anything to kind of give us that extra little, that little pop. Those are a little big. There we go. Now it looks like something's at least going on back there. Sharks with laser beam. Sharks with frickin' laser beams. So we can either start tackling this side or come over here. You know, this right here probably wouldn't look bad even if it was a little bit taller than this side. Almost like a, you know, like a hair taller office space. Because you got to figure these Rangers, they would, you know, a lot of them would be living here. You know, they'll be doing their work here, live here, research here, relax here. This is like, just think of this Ranger like a Ranger outpost. So maybe this could be like maybe a dormitory side over here. But let's see, we got these can probably go though, because I can make a wall. I could just make a wall out of that. Let's just get in here and try this. What's it gonna hurt? Like I said, maybe make it a little bit taller. Yeah, what I could do, yeah, roof terrace, that's cool. I think I'm going to do a little balcony over this roof for them to hang out on. See, I think it's going to, even though the angles are a little weird, I think it's going to look cool. It's not going to look as generic because of the different, kind of the different wall angles. See, this could be like the dormitory tower almost, you know? And then that still lines up over here decent. Yeah, see, that's the thing about these, kind of like the different angles. It just really gives so much character to the buildings, you know? Than just keeping it like a flat box. You know, we might be able to find a spot in Sullana for this too, like once Carlos is done. We'll figure something out. We'll find some place for it. I hate to just have these builds, these little one-off builds kind of go to waste, you know? It's a little off, but we could get that hid. No problem. Whoops. The Metro Park Zoo. That's cool. Is that going to mess with your all's OCD? That's like a little off. Try to line it up with that bottom line. I was placing the ropes yesterday. One of you guys were like, they're placing those ropes is messing with my anxiety. The old Geck is back in town. Nope, you're not too late. We just started a little bit ago. Got us. Hey, at least I started before 9 o'clock this time. All right, so let me see kind of what we want to do here as far as this platform goes. I don't really know. Let's look at props first. Sometimes this piece comes to my rescue when I don't know, like when I don't have a good sense of what to do. Or, you know, we could kind of just match it with this. Kind of keep the same theme going with the balconies. Of course, this one will be a little bigger because this is off the living quarters, you know. So you'd want to have a little bit larger spot for them to hang out here. And the biggest thing is to brace this up and make it look believable, like it wouldn't come crashing down on them. I'd say that'd be about good enough for out here for what they, you know, what they'd need it for. All right, let's try to support this. I may support this with the... Can I support this with the habitat? Wonder if that would look cooler. Jacob wants me to do a new sandbox series. We may. We'll just have to kind of see what the future holds with the DLC. See if I catch any inspiration. Mama Ortega, are you going to do any more Red Dead Redemption streams? Oh, of course. I just kind of caught a little bit of Planet Zoo inspiration, but we will get back on there and do some killing. And some setting on fire and, you know, all that good stuff. Can't forget about our Red Dead. You know, Pine Creek was almost that. You know, kind of like Pine Creek had really strong Zoo Knoxville vibes. That's like my home park. That's like my home zoo. So basically my home parks are Knoxville Zoo and Dollywood. Yep, that probably will be a while, old Jacob, before they before they get this to consoles, if ever. Yeah, Holly, you gotta get up and see Dollywood every once in a while. It's by no means like a 2-day park or anything like that, but still really, really stinking fun. I don't know though what they're charging nowadays. You would think they were a 3-day or 2-day park. I'm like, come on, Dolly, now you all aren't Disney. We don't have the Magic Kingdom here, and y'all are like $20 behind them. What's going on? God, could you all imagine if I lived like an hour from the Magic Kingdom and I went there and vlogged all the time for us? That would be stinking fun. Yeah, we'll see. But you know, Mama Ortega, we didn't really ask. Are you asking for Red Dead Redemption 2 if it's coming back, like you would want it to come back, or like I hope you're not gonna do that game again? We need to try to do some Cyberpunk too when it comes out. That'd be a cool, like, little open world game for us to explore. Hey, Leaf, I'm doing good, buddy. Chilling on a Friday evening at home. I'm becoming like a little old man. I'd just rather be here than like out and about. Forget all that. I'm like here in my jammies, hanging out with you guys, playing some games. I'm good. Let's get them a little door up here. Probably some windows too. Did I put that door up against that? No. Well, the floor's not really up against it either, but we'll get that fixed. Probably could change up the window style up here a little bit too. Let's see what these look like. Not terrible, but I'm not in love with it. Those kind of look a little better. They're not as like overpowering as that one window was. And then, like I said yesterday, you start the details. All about the detailing in these games, isn't it? The whole planet, the planet universe. Yeah, and like y'all said, we need some, like a table and some chairs out here, so we'll get that figured out in a minute. We got to keep with our corrugated roof or wall theme too. Okay, there's that. Let's steal this piece again, give it a little bit of a border. You know, the borders just give it that a little bit more of a pop, like, you know, what they would nail the metal to, or kind of pin the metal back with. So that works. We need a light up here. We can put it over the door. Yeah, Leaf, see, this is their, this is kind of like the living, this is kind of like the, what's going to be the living quarters up here. So, you know, their beds would be up here, you know, they're like the recreation, all of that. So that's kind of like the little top part up there, where this would be more like, you know, just office, electrical equipment. But you know what we also need to do? We need to kind of get this this exposed edge covered. Let's see if we can use this. Yeah, we figured this was a way to get me out of a roof by doing some just some antennas, so they could, like, you know, call each other whenever, you know, when they're out in the bush. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. Little border piece, just to kind of hide that exposed concrete, you know. Then of course we'll take one down the side here, hide it. These little background songs, sometimes they just get stuck in your head, don't they? You know, one thing we didn't think of, I don't have any guttering on this right now. That might be like one of those details we'll kind of go back into at some point. Guttering, really, that can make a big difference in detailing of a build. All right, so let's try to focus here a minute and try to find see if we can build us a custom table. That could be the seats for it, the drum here. So yeah, we'll remember that. We'll use these as like their seats. Could that be hid? Is that too big? Yeah, too big. Can this be flipped? Hey! Hold on a minute. We might have us some little... Only thing is, it is kind of shooting out fire a little bit. But could you really tell? Like, especially if I turn it in towards the building? Okay, so we got that. Now let's see what our little seats look like around it. Whoops. This would be a cool little spot for them to come out and have lunch or supper. Sit out here, have a little meeting. Read a book. Oh, we need a hammock out here. And we need something on their table. You know, we could probably take... I wonder if we could... If I had a... Let's see if we can find a little vase. Just something to put on their table. Of course, these little things, they would be sitting pretty low to the ground, but I think that's okay. People are going to get the idea, like, oh, they got a little table up here. Too big. Ooh. Let's go into nature real quick, see if we can. Too big. Too big? Oh. I think that's just right. Just like a little bit of table decoration up there. Now, as far as the hammock goes, let's go back into here and grab it. African hammock. And that could really set this off as like a little lounging area, you know? Jaws ride, Ricket and Planko, and then Estan comment on the video. My small heart felt like a king just made me a knight. Yeah, I remember that. I love that recreation. You know, the only thing I'm thinking about this, though, guys, is I almost wonder if there would be a roof on this. Because, I mean, there kind of wouldn't be anything worse than, like, not, you know, like being able to have to lay out here in the hammock but have the sun, like, blast down on you. Let's just entertain... Even if it's just like a thatched roof or something. Just kind of entertain what this would look like. Because, yeah, like Holly, you would think that this would definitely have some kind of cover. Like, wouldn't that be cool to lay out here in this hammock, like, you know, like during a thunderstorm or something, you know? Hey, that does not look too bad. And plus, look, the thatch, they give you the support, the framing. Let's see if I could just hide that just a little bit. I don't think it would. That little corner piece right there probably isn't going to aggravate too many people, but we might be able to box that in. Now if I do maybe two little support pieces out here, I think it'll be fine. I think we keep the roof because that just makes it so much more personable up in there, you know, like you would want to go hang out up there like when it's not your shift, like during your off hours. Let's see here. Too small. Too big. Let's see if I can make this work. Slide this over here. There we go. That looks like a believable support piece because see how it even bends back into the roof? And we might even be able to hang a planter or something from that, you know? That one at least. We don't want this in the way of the hammock either, but... yeah, there we go. That one's kind of bending off back that way a little bit. There we go. Now we've got the believability with the, you know, what would support that roof. And then to what I always tell you guys about trying to incorporate some greenery. Let's see if we can get a good looking plant up here. Don't ever underestimate the power just some plants can make. Really can make all the difference. And this would make sense because they could still get to these and water them if they needed to, you know, going through a long drought period or something. Alright, so now the thing is, let's pick what's going to go in it. Don't want to use the purple because that's on the desk. But we gotta find something small enough. These look cool. There's an option. That'll work. Would work. That's a little weird. That'll work too. That's a little Gennaro though. Those would work. Dwarf. Ooh. I think I like those. The Dwarf Cornel Medium. That kind of looks like a good, almost has like a hosta type of vibe to it, but they're kind of sticking out of the basket just a little bit. But they just fills that area really cool, doesn't it? I like it. Not too much. You know, and the cool thing about these type of builds are when we know it's just one building, we can just throw so much detail into it. You know, you don't have to worry about like the game bogging down or like, you know, coming up with a bunch of different plans for like a whole new zoo. It's just one building that, you know, once we get it done, we won't touch it again. So you can just kind of almost just like give it your all on this one building. Like you don't have to hold back any. Like really, no matter what level of computer you have, if you just want to get in and just have fun and play around with this building, that's, you know, that's what's cool. Let's see if I can kind of adjust this over and close this off without it kind of going into that other building. I don't know. Let's see. Can we make them touch? No, we might have to put some... We'll have to put some support pieces there, but that'll be alright. Kind of go with the whole rest of the style of the building anyway. Like I said, sometimes this game, it's about hiding the imperfections, isn't it? There's always usually a way to design your way out of a problem. As long as you've got the imagination. My ways out of problems lead to new ones. Well, I understand that too. Cyber has stopped by. Hey, Stan, just popping in for a little bit before hopping on Discord with my buddies. Love the side balcony. Thank you. This is their kind of like their dormitory balcony. That's where the Rangers would go to hang out, rest, maybe play some cards, eat lunch out there, grab a quick nap in the hammock. You guys, you know what? I may have designed my way out of having to do like really weird roof pieces that would have like destroyed this build. We may be able to go flat. Especially because, you know, it's a ranger station, so, you know, I think it could be plausible that they would have... I mean, you know how rangers and state parks are. Usually, like, their funding is not ideal. So, you know, they're not going to have this really, like, intricate roof. Let's hide that just a little bit. Yeah, and you know what? You could, speaking of that, what Jonas just said, this doesn't even have to be a ranger station to you. If you wanted to make this like a little outback hotel or some kind of little hostel or something, you know, it's not like we're going to, like, I don't think we you know, to me, it's a ranger station, but you can use it for whatever your needs are, you know? So that's what's cool about it too. It almost has a little bit of a generic vibe to it, you know? So, you do you, boo. Raise that up a little bit. Got to get a little janky with the roof here, but... we got one little piece. I think that'll work. You know what Jonah was also saying too, we could have some kind of little lookout tower maybe kind of over on that side. Of course, you know, they're going to be up here. They could look out from up there as well. I just think that's coming out awesome. We still have the whole backside to do too. We got to come up with ideas for. Like, you know, I was thinking, should we do some kind of holding, like a kennel out here, like a couple kennels over here? Like, what if they catch some wild dogs that they have to bring back and, you know, like, or have to relocate them, or like relocate some koalas or something? I think over in the back we need, because, you know, these are rangers, so they're broad job description of what they may have to, you know, what they may have to handle during the day. So I'm thinking we need to have some kind of kennel quarantine area in the back. Yeah, could do that. So maybe that's what we work on over here, is the kind of like the little kennel idea. You know what would have been cool? May still go back and try it, but if these would have been two big garage doors. Yeah, let's try it. We'll start our kennel idea over here. And then, you know, like, obviously you guys are watching this now, but just think of like people that, you know, that will download this, and just think of all the little spots. You know, they'll be able to, I think our goal is they'll be able to go around the whole building. That's what we need to do. We need to go, oh, thank you, Sumi. We need to go around the whole building and give people something to find or something to look at, you know? Instead of just, you know, kind of like we usually do. You make the back a little, you know, sometimes you make the back a little generic. You put like a door and a light back there and be like, this is the back of the building. Whereas this, you would think of this as like, we need to think of it as like a whole functional space back here, building. Looks like a Disney building, yeah? It does have kind of Disney vibes, doesn't it? Kind of like almost, I don't know, like if Animal Kingdom had an outback type area or something, or section. Creating little discoveries, yes. Alright, so what you would want back here is, I think for the kennels, we'll use this as the floor too, because, you know, we're not talking about long-term animals stay here, so you'd want something that that could be cleaned out, washed out easy. Yeah, easy cleanable and sturdy. Oh, dang, Deer Hunter, something messed up. That stinks. Yeah, these angles just, they can make a lot of difference. You know what, though? We may want to just do this straight up. Because if doing it like we were just going to do it, you couldn't shoot the water out from the bottom. But you also want it low enough to where the animals couldn't kind of get out. Oh yeah, we could do that. Or people could do that too when they get their hands on this, and if they actually want to put, you know, animals in here for that effect too, that'd be cool. Just use the real habitat fencing like Sumi said. See if this is long enough. If it's not, we can maybe make it long enough. So you would, I guess you wouldn't want you would still want this barrier here, because you wouldn't want, like, you know, if you got two sets of coyotes, you wouldn't want them like trying to get through the fence to each other. There we go. It'd be cool, like you guys said, to do a gate, but we could, you could do this as well as just, I mean, like this is like implied, so the people that aren't here talking with us that'll eventually download this, you know, they'll immediately know, like, oh, look, they got kennels in the back of this ranger station. The panic of you and Drew streaming at the same time. Who do I watch? Oh, is that Drew streaming? I don't even know what Drew is into right now. What's he streaming? Is he streaming Thornton? You know what? Sometimes getting in here and streaming like this with you guys, this is funner. Sometimes this is funner than actually making videos. Because it's just like, you guys get to hang out, and because I was like I was saying the other stream, I would be doing this anyway. But now that I stream, or started to stream, now you guys can just kind of, like, you guys may never have even seen any of this, because, you know, I don't do time lapses that often anymore. So this would have been like a 10-11 minute video of me just kind of zooming around this thing and showing you all kind of what we did, or what I did, and that would be it. You know, now we can kind of, you guys get to kind of see the process a little bit. So that's fun. What else do we need? We need a water hose for sure. May get some equipment over here. And a door. Oh, and you know what we also should probably do? Let's get some hay or something put down in here. There's old Rob Doe's back. Whoops, the hay's up in my face. See you, Chris. 2 a.m. Chris has got to get some sleep. Boink. Oh yeah, Rob, I talk to that nerd like twice, 2-3 times a day. Go over to his stream and tell him S-Stan said he was a nerd. Hi, Honor. Let's see. I was looking for... Well, maybe it'll come to me. Let's look for that water hose for sure. Oh my God, Leaf, I did not like that. That scared the crap out of me. I played that for like 12 minutes and I'm like, nope. It was eerie, man. Like it gave me, it gave me chills. Like the especially when I finally made it into that farmhouse. Yeah, like the hair on my neck was standing up. I was like, nah, we're gonna back out of this. I asked Drew. I said, Drew, you got to play this with me. He's like, that's a no. He's doing a new zoo and talking D&D, so I guess I don't need to tell him. It's pretty obvious. Never mind. Just take it from me. He is. Should we put a little piece up right here so the dogs or whatever they have held in here don't try to get out? I think that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? You never know. Especially what, because, you know, wild animals would be in here. There we go. That would make me feel better about them not getting out. Do we know anything new about the potential new DLC? Well, I liked it more without it, I must admit, but I guess the folks using it could delete it themselves. Yeah, you know, and there's a lot you could come in here and customize too that that I'll leave open for you. Only thing is, I still don't like, sometimes I don't like the way of course this is a kennel. Sometimes I just don't like the way that exposed concrete looks. Just kind of messes with me psychologically. Dun, 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 dun. You know, the only thing is, though, me putting that wood right there kind of makes it look like a chicken coop instead of a kennel. That'd be funny if there was some little chickens running around. No, Bold, I don't really know anything right off necessarily about the new DLC, other than, you know, definitely we're thinking December, of course. I don't think we'd get anything. I mean, you never know with Frontier. I don't think we'd get anything like before Thanksgiving or anything like that, but you never know. Yeah, Bold, that's what we were talking about. We could do, see, that's like the little door you could get them through, but let's see if I have a little cleaning door. That's a little too big. That looks a little more like that could work. These are kind of depressing. They're like little jail cells. But this would be for like maybe animals that the rangers found that were trapped in like a poacher's trap or a snare, and they kind of, you know, this is temporary housing. They bring them back here and, you know, let the vets check up on them. You'd figure there would be, you know, these rangers, at least one of them would be, you know, veterinarian trained. That roof is not connecting. Yeah, so, you know, it's not like these animals, whatever's coming here isn't going to live in here for 20 years. This is just like a temporary till they find out what kind of sanctuary or zoo or, you know, wherever they send them. Yeah, and we need a door here. So let's see. Could do that, and like Holly said, we were looking for some water hoses as well. Oh, Savannah has entered the chat. We got to show Savannah around a sec. Look, Savannah, the Rangers have like a little dormitory now with a hammock and some table and chairs, and figure maybe they have like a ping pong or maybe a pool table in there or something. Just something to, you know, because these guys are stuck here. Like, there is no going home for long stints of time, you know. So these guys, they spend a lot of time at this station. So we kind of tried to give them something, you know, a little bit of recreation stuff to do. So this is kind of like their little recreation balcony up there, kind of like above the garage. Hey, Heather. Glad you could stop back by. Well, you never know kind of what we're going to throw. It's like I was telling you all yesterday. It's kind of like just throwing spaghetti at the wall. You never know what's going to stick. Yeah, these are little holding pins. What I was telling these guys earlier is I kind of want to make this to where, you know, you guys have been hanging out and kind of watching the process of this, but we want to make it to where if just some random person out there subscribes to it on the workshop and puts it in their park, we want, like Cybers was saying, a lot of little discoveries, you know, like instead of just coming around back here and there just being like a little door and a light and they're like, oh, okay, that's the back of the building. Great. We wanted it to kind of like pop back here. Give them something to look at. Oh yeah, Holly, it keeps reminding me about the water hose. I don't remember where that particular piece is. I don't even know if they call it a water hose. You guys know what they call it? We may just have to scroll. Hose, is that what they say? Do they call it a spigot, maybe? Let's just scroll here a minute. I'm sure we'll see it. I just don't remember if it's in the... It's in the classic theme. Let's see what they actually call this thing. There it is. Classic tap pillar. See, like they call it weird stuff like that. I would never call that. Like, I'm looking for a water hose. There we go. So we got some water hoses back there. Yeah, we're used to the water hose. All this classic pillar tap nonsense. Yeah, let's call it anything except a hose. Like there's some guy in the back. Boss, how about a classic tap pillar? Give that guy a raise. Hey, but let's look at some of this junk in here while we're here. In the little classic section. You never know what we could... Lamp exists. Let's call this lighting thingy bulb. You know what I just thought? I didn't use... I love these little classic metal signs we haven't used yet. May have to find a place for them. You know what? We could even take our gorilla down. So we're not like overdoing it with windows. And this could be like just some metal wall art up here. Like on the side of the building. Yes. There's the lion on the end. Drew raid. We knew Drew couldn't stay away too long. The nerd is here. Linda's here. Bluefin is here. Uh-oh, Heather, did you think I was gone? Well, Drew, we have got a kennel back here now, like in case they find some, wild dogs or they got to bring something back from the field. We've got a little spot for them to house them. And the main part of this this first part was getting this little dormitory done for the Rangers, and finding what this thing is called. Drew, would you not think this thing is just called a hose or maybe a spigot? No, it is a classic tap pillar. Classic tap pillar. Who, other than people from like 1930, would call it a classic tap pillar? We shall call it a water hose. Yeah, because everyone calls it that. Alright, so we need to figure out something. Kind of need to figure out something with this corner. A classic name for a classic thing. That sort of makes sense. I'll give you that. Now, Drew, they tell me you are planning out. We just got raided by a barn. They told me you're planning out a new zoo. This has me intrigued. Yeah, how is Linda still awake? So where Linda's at, it is like, okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's like going on 2. Linda is a trooper. And Goran is a trooper as well, making poor life choices. See you, Bold. Oh, Holly, yeah, you got to get on Pinterest. There is all, like, just go on there and just look up theme park concept art or zoo concept art. You'll be on there for an hour looking through all those. 2:30 gang. All right, what we would need to do is we'll probably, you know what I'm probably going to do? I like these doors turned sideways as windows, kind of like we did yesterday. Let's see if we can put those on the back side, because remember, this is the dormitory over here. So right now, their only window out are these two. So let's try to fix that and get them some windows over on this side at least to look out some. You gotta figure their beds would be over here, like up against this wall or something maybe. There we go. At least that kind of gives them a little something to look out at. And for anybody that's new, this is our Ranger Outpost. Oh, Heather, you'll have to tell me what do you think about our little makeshift antennas here? We had to have some way to get me out of having to make roof pieces, but also having a way that the Rangers could communicate. You know, right here, I could do some more landscaping. I think that's what I'm going to do. I could do a sidewalk over to the kennels. So like they could come out this door and go over here and actually, spray them out or do what they need to do. But I think we can spruce up this backside with some cool landscaping as well. So let's flip this. Like I told you guys yesterday, this is my go-to sidewalk piece. The little rhino gorilla wall sign flipped over. I'll have to move those. Those are kind of going out on a weird angle, aren't they? There we go. You're going to build outdoor steps for the top floor. That would not be a bad idea. That could be fun. What would also, could also even look cool if I were to open this little section up. I could put a little like set of stairs right here and then turn this way, and there could be a walkway over the kennels around here to another backside door. That could really give some character to kind of like all of this openness right here. Yeah, let's look at that in a minute. Maybe we'll do us a little set of steps and like a catwalk up here almost that goes around to a backside door. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, we're going to do a little bit of landscaping before we jump over to that. Just watch what I'm going to do with this landscaping. It'll give it a lot of character back here. Not look so staticky. Linda's gonna fire up Planet Zoo before she goes to bed. You know what? I used the wrong color rocks. What a doofus. This is what we were looking for. Yeah, that would be cool. Recolorable rocks. Hey, what's up, Micah? I almost fell back into The Sims around Halloween, a little bit before Halloween. I kind of did like a haunted house build, but I just can't make the controls work right. It's like I can't get it to create in my head what I want to see. It's like if The Sims had planet controls, I would be in heaven. Like I would definitely spend hours in that. But that's why I'm hoping Paralives is more close to Planet Zoo controls than it is to Sim controls. Because if it's closer to that, I'm good. Keep the landscaping kind of simple because you figure all these rangers, they're not going to have a lot of... I mean, these are going to be busy people. They're not going to have a lot of time to really mess with landscaping and stuff out here, so you know, keep it kind of simple. Absolutely love these new little like high grass pieces that they gave us. Oh Lord, we even have Mass Bandit in here. I noticed Sneaky Little Masked was in Planet Zoo yesterday evening. So he is up to something, I believe. I thought it gave me a little maybe it wasn't, but I thought it gave me a little notification that he had snuck in some Planet Zoo time. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, maybe that was somebody else. I just thought I saw you drop in. Hey, thank you, Fight or Flight. This is our little ranger station. It's like a, it'd be like, think of out in the middle of the outback. These guys are charged with, making sure they're, poachers aren't, just running amok, wildlife management. These guys, they're responsible for a lot out here. And the whole purpose of this, like the size of it is, it's kind of like, almost think of them like cruise ship workers. They do long hauls, like, 6 months on, 3 months on, it's that type of thing. So this ranger station is so large because it has to, fit a lot of purposes in it. They live here, sleep here, all of that. So that is kind of the it's not just a little tiny ranger building where the little people get to, they go home at the end of their shift. This is like a long haul type facility. Whoops, we need to get a little one and box the rest of that bed in. Yeah, fight. It's so much fun, like when you do, like when you have lore with the buildings and stuff, or, you know, you at least do a little bit of backstory on them to kind of, you know, I think it helps you convince people of what you're trying to do. You know, like I'm a big proponent of show people, show them what you mean. Like we could, you know, tweet about this, or, you know, even podcast. We could talk about it, but when, you know, you got to show people. Yeah, now, especially with Masked and Drew and our D&D sessions we have going on, you have to be thinking story, like on your feet, backstory. Why did this happen? Why would he be like this? You're just steeped in background and story, and, you know, it can even seep over, you know, it can seep over into other things, the games like this. Trying to come up with cool backstories. So the next thing that Holly wanted us to try is a catwalk from up here above the kennels. Yeah, Mast, that's going to be interesting. Just kind of delving into why he's alone. You know, what caused his problems with people, like humans in particular. It's going to be, you know, that's what I was telling Drew. We have not even, scratching the surface is not even a correct term for our D&D life right now. Like, we haven't even started. And we've just been, you know, I mean, Drew and I, we message each other almost every day. And, you know, Mast and I message each other a lot in the D&D group. And it is just a insanely fun kind of experience they've introduced us to here these last couple months. Never would have thought, you know, I could be having this much fun with a role-playing game. It's mind-boggling. My only regret is I didn't start it years ago. All right, so, you know, the only thing I suck at about stairs are the kind of working out guardrails, you know? Making the guardrails kind of look believable. But I think with these Australian pieces, we'll be able to hopefully pull it off. Particularly with those wood pieces that look like they have the almost like the barbed wire embedded in them. Be perfect for hiding some of this. Blackbeard said, I am really hoping for rock hopper penguins. I think there are a lot of us waiting for penguins. That is going to be cool. Yeah. RCT. Yep, that's a good idea. We'll get rid of that here in a little bit. Yes, I see what you're saying. So now we need to pick us out a... Definitely going to probably need to go wood here, you know? It's back at a classic. You know, these could actually even work decent as steps. Then we can get this, we can support this up real nice too, you know? We don't even have to do it flush it. We could even make it like a, let's see if we could flush this up against this and then get the catwalk part of it up. Yes, that's what that, you know, that's like, that just describes this whole station good. Like just a, you know, it's janky, but it's functional, I'd say. You know, it serves these people's purpose here. And what we will need to do, we will get this supported as well. But first, let me get the little catwalk up, and then I'll show you the piece I'm gonna use to kind of clean this up. I love it. It's in the Australia pack. You'll see here in a moment. And then of course we'll get underneath here and get this get it actually supported. Like Holly was saying, you don't want these drunk drunk rangers getting up here and falling off the roof. And then we'll work on turning this corner in a minute, but all right, the piece I was talking about that really helps you out with with filling in these gaps. If you go to Australia, these are just killer. It's like my favorite piece from the whole pack. And see now, instead of having it all weird, we can kind of blend the fencing in, the support in, and see, now it doesn't look so bad. And we can actually go down through each of these gaps here and do this as just like a little janky support piece. And then of course spin them, you know, always spin them a little bit just to kind of change it up a little. All right, so we got our little catwalk started on the back of the building over here. That kind of helps clean that up a little bit. All right, Gorn. I know it is definitely late where you're at. But appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. All right, we need to, first we'll kind of brace this up long way. see if this is too much. Then we'll kind of get the supports underneath. Aren't these little angles weird? It's like it kind of looks straight, but it's not. Just but like you don't know what piece is straight and what isn't. See, it's going down on an angle. Don't you hate it when you're doing it like this and the gizmo just like shoots it up 1,080 degrees away from what you actually wanted it to be on? Yeah, we got to get that fencing down there. Remember, too, we've got to turn the corner, too. Master, that damn gizmo. It has been, though. He ain't lying. Let's see what we can do to kind of like mock up some supports. There we go. That kind of helps the support story side of things. Because you got to figure it's kind of, you know, kind of attached to the building too, so move that back just a little bit. Mast, what do you think of our janky little radio towers? That's what I've been asking everybody. This was my way of... we were talking about you earlier, about how you were the master of working out these roof scenarios and how horrible I am at it. But I thought this was a good way to sneak me out of having to do a weird roof here. So we just made like a radio tower. So like when these rangers and stuff are out there in the field, they can radio back, they can call for help. We figured that would be a perfect little way to get me out of a roof, but to tell like a cool little satellite radio tower story on the ranger station. Yep, we thought that was pretty cool too. Oh yeah, let's get some concrete under these Jeeps. That does look better. Maybe I'll back these off just a hair, bring them back towards the building a little. Hey, Earl. You all know what we could do right here, since this is like the little garage section. We need some of those yellow signs from the Australia pack. I've never found a spot to use those, but hold on. I think this could look cool. You know, because like I said, this is like the little garage section over here. Ooh, these would look cool on the, like right here on the kennel too. Well, Earl, we are trying to get a ranger station put together, like an outback ranger station. No, Micah, I am terrible at interiors. So if one of you all want to have a go at that when I get this on the workshop, that would be awesome. This is my one interior build over here. And most of this come from the workshop. So, all right, John, we'll catch you later, buddy. Hey, I guess I'll catch you here in a day or two. Yeah, a little concrete does look better. All right, so we need to, oh, you know what? You know what we're missing up here? We need some clutter. Yeah, Earl, this is the Suyana, kind of like the gift shop that I built. And, you know, I don't ever really try interiors, but I just thought, you know, I wanted to see the guests actually walking by through the glass. And, you know, see, obviously here, this is where you would check out. But yeah, so this is, I forget who actually did these shelves, but they actually, like, they saved this in the interior part of this. And then I just kind of cluttered it up with different little statues, a little back off, like the little behind the scenes area has some, you know, merchandise and stuff back here, little office area. So yeah, this is, that is Suyana's kind of main little gift shop. Oh yeah, Linda, this is definitely going up on the workshop whenever we finish it up. I mean, we'll finish this probably, maybe not this. This probably has one, I would say this has one more good stream left. Maybe tomorrow evening, maybe Sunday morning. So yeah, we'll put this on the workshop definitely by Sunday. I'd say we'll be good. So you guys can really get on there and look around on it. Get some greenery up here too. I always like to keep some little, you know, little pops of greenery here and there. And then of course you all know I love the little crate, the Indian crates. They just really help you kind of detail and clutter a little bit, you know. Have like a little metal pan hanging up here. Don't cover up the animals. See you later, Linda. Could move these guys down here. Oh yeah, Cayenne al-Bashar looks incredible. I have got to... I'm actually filming a cinematic for that. I have been for like a week, but I just kind of been streaming, and I need to get back on that. It takes me like a good maybe 10, 12 minutes to load into that zoo. Yeah, that pan does look a little weird. Yeah, if you've never tried to load into Cayenne, it's a little bit of a wait. Let's game it out. That's the funny guy, isn't it? The one that does like the unethical zoos. They are. He's hilarious. He probably turned a lot of eyes to Planet Zoo too. I mean, even though he's goofy and kills the animals and stuff like, but it's still funny. But that's kind of how that guy plays all of his games, with that. It's kind of got like a funny, weird, morbid type of twist. But yeah, it's always good for us when bigger YouTubers and stuff pick up those games, because they can help drive sales, and in turn it could get you longer development. As long as if the game sells more. So that's cool. If you still look nowadays on if you just look at, if you just type in Planet Zoo, his video's always right there at the top. It's kind of like a door to a back door to the dormitory over there. Yeah, Planet Coaster kind of just silently ended, didn't it? There wasn't really ever any confirmation, like as far as, we're not supporting this anymore. It just kind of just, as far as the devs go, it kind of just faded, didn't it? Hey, we'll see you later, Savannah. Yeah, I'm going to get off here too here in just to wrap up a little bit more, and we'll jump back on this tomorrow. Yes, Sumi, probably need to get some kind of staircase added. Maybe even down to the ground level. Might be something we'll tackle tomorrow. Really happy with how these kennels came out, though, aren't you guys? Wasn't that stinking cool? I was thinking about that today. About, my whole thought today, when I was at work, I was thinking about these kennels and how that would be a cool Cool little addition to the back of the building. Yep, 3 sides down. Just you guys tell me, like I'm just wondering what kind of ideas could we do for this back side over here. We've got the kennel, we've got the garage. We need something over here that, you know, like for a ranger station. Like what's another type of area you think they'd have on the building over here? Yeah, staff entry. See, this is like the little main entrance over here. Mini courtyard, break area. Waste disposal, recycling. That's a good one. You know what would be cool over here? What if I would do like, could even do a little greenhouse over here, like maybe glass it over and have some raised beds, and like so they could, you know, maybe do their own little vegetables and stuff out here. That could be cool. Like, and kind of make it underneath the catwalk here, but like just glass it in. Yeah, we could do a little greenhouse back there. Because, you know, like we said, they're little stints that they do out here for long periods of time. They could grow their own food. Like bush style out here. Yeah, let's try that. I like that idea of a freezer though too. We might have to push that, like maybe do something over here. But yeah, I would like to expand on the garage area a little more too. So we'll look at that. And see, there's more detailing we could do here too. See how this is kind of just a little flat and open? Yeah, a little plant nursery. What I'll probably do is let's get rid of this sidewalk piece and we'll bring in the concrete. Because, you know, like watering the plants and stuff and the, you know, the soil, you would want something else easy that's kind of, you know, that you can kind of blow out with a hose. And we could put the little door right here where the sidewalk goes. Yeah, before I let you all go, let's just try to at least start this miniature greenhouse. You know, it's not nothing major because, you know, this is still, like we said, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So they're not going to have this big, massive farm. No, Earl, I don't have a Discord channel. I just kind of lurk around where you guys lurk around at. All right, now let's see what we can do about kind of boxing this in with the glass. We need to use this glass so it's a little more pronounced that, hey, this is a, this is a greenhouse. You know what I should have done before this, though? I should have probably put the plants in there first. Whoopsie. Well, that's all right. We'll get in here. We want something like, even though it's not an actual fruit, I mean, we'll do fruits, but we want something to where when it's looked at from the outside, you can actually see that there's plants and stuff in there. Yeah, like that. Pineapples. Too bad we don't have like some little orange trees, you know? But they could definitely grow them some watermelons. Ah, yes, good idea with the AC. Yeah, we got some humidity control up in here. Man, this is turning into a quite a little self-sufficient type of ranger station, isn't it? Well, yeah, it is kind of like Sumi said. Maybe we could, let me just see kind of what I have here. Might be able to create us a fake little orange tree. It's a survival camp now. There we go, Sumi. Good idea. Now we got it. We got some little orange trees in there. You know what we need to do right here that would look cool though? Some more landscaping. Well, on the other side of the sidewalk here though, because we'd want the sidewalk to continue. Next thing we'll have to decide is what's over here and what's up here. All right, thanks, Sumi. Oh yeah, we could maybe work out like a vet area. Because you'd have to figure that would be a big concern of theirs. That came out pretty stinking cool, didn't it? For just a little greenhouse for them to grow their stuff in. I found a lot of uses out of the Australia pack as far as your piece set goes. I mean, really, look at it. It made this whole build possible. Would not have been able to do this 3 months ago, you know? Yeah, we need to get some vines on the melons. You know what would be cool if we had some little, like I wonder if I could use that one pole piece and have it look like irrigation and have mist coming down like towards the plants. That little piece might be skinny enough. The only thing is it's wood, but it kind of looks like a pipe. Whoops. Of course, you'd think that these people could go in and actually water these. Like somebody could take some time out of their day, but you know, if they get real busy, at least they'd have this system they could fall back on. And plus, it like I've been saying, with people that aren't here with us, like actually watching this, how cool would that be once they get in here and they're like, oh my God, there's mist coming from the, you know, from the pipes in this room. Let's just see. Oh crap. That's a little too much. Let me see. Hold on, maybe we can have one mister kind of hid to give the effect of kind of mist in here, and then I'll find something else for the actual water. Okay, let's see how that looks. Looks like a fire. See you, Jonas. I think we could get it, Earl. You never know. Let's see, what in the world can I do here besides mist? Nope, that's too much. Too much. Hey, the smoke actually looks better than the mist did. Check this out. Ha! How's that? That's what I'm talking about. I think that's kind of what we're after. Ha ha ha. Holly, you didn't think I was going to be able to pull this off, did you? Let's go over here and get this side. There we go. Now our plants are getting water. That's pretty badass. Like Bluefin said, we'll have to get some vines in there for our orange trees, but I think we can make this work. I know. I thought this. I was thinking we might have had to stop and try to do the greenhouse tomorrow, but no, it worked out, didn't it? It seems to have worked out. We can just give it a little more character in here. Not make it look so staticky and concrete, right? Like I said, it's going to be so fun to hear people's reaction that do not watch the streams and stuff when, you know, they'll be messaging me and commenting on this when they see this stuff for the first time, you know, from the workshop. That's going to be fun. So you're saying, Bluefin's saying maybe like this. Yeah. Need one piece coming from this corner too. Good thinking. So now we got a lot done tonight. We got the dormitory balcony done. We've got all the landscaping done in the back. We've got the Kennel's done. We started on the catwalk, and we've got the greenhouse in. We've been streaming for exactly 2.5 hours. So we got a pretty stinking good bit done, didn't we? 2.5 hours. But we still have a good ways to go. Probably tomorrow, because, like I said, we kind of have to decide what goes here. But anyways, guys, yeah, I guess I will jump on out of here for now. We got to still detail this, too. Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Holly. And Earl and Bluefin and all my nerds, Jay Campbell. We will jump back on here tomorrow. I don't really have a time for you. It's like, I don't know. It's like whenever I know I have a good bit of breakaway, I will just come back down here and try to give you a little bit of a heads up on Twitter or something before we start. But yeah, we'll get in here and get a little more done tomorrow. Thank you guys for the help and the ideas and keeping this little build going. I'm having a blast. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.